When you think of public officials, who pops into your mind? Mayors, state senators, county executives, school board members, even a secretary of agriculture. But what about college and university student government leaders? My name is Michael Anthony Goodman, and I'm a professor at the University of Texas at Austin. Over the last decade, I've worked with student government entities, elected student leaders, advisors, and alums. And one thing has been clear again and again. College student government leaders are public officials. Some student government leaders are representing tens of thousands of constituents, managing million-dollar budgets and meeting with legislators and policymakers with access to high-level decision-making more than most others on the college campus. Some student government leaders have more interactions with administrators and legislators than professional staff members do in a lifetime at their institution. The purpose of this session is to illuminate the role of student government office as public office and to provide a shift in perspective as we think about who elected leaders are today. In my recent research published in the Journal of College Student Development, I found that college student government is a microcosm of elected office after college. Notably, students' participation with campaigns and elections were preparatory for post-college public office. Student government was a type of training ground for those who would later run for elected representational leadership. So if colleges and universities, policymakers, and community members can view these individuals as part of the fabric of local, state, and even national decision-making efforts, perhaps an emerging and key demographic of people will then be more accounted for than ever before. This includes understanding the scope of the work, financial and political connections, student administrator partnerships, and equity and justice elements for the leaders themselves. This session will respond to the so what of understanding, viewing, and honoring college student government officers as public officials. Specifically, in this session, I'll talk about rethinking the scope, power, and responsibility of the role, the relevance of policies and even non- and partisanship within these spaces, resolutions and student endorsements for causes and values, misalignment, the preparation student government is for running for post-college public office. For example, Katie Britt of Alabama, Kathy Hochul of New York, Elijah Cummings, Hillary Clinton, Stacey Abrams. These are all individuals who are part of student government long before their later runs for public office. And finally, I'll explore how to care for these student leaders who are still students despite taking on these significant roles, and including the mental health and safety concerns often faced because of their experience in student government as public office. So this session offers a unique view of leadership and through the lens of student government as student leaders who are serving in public official spaces in their campus communities. It's imperative that administrators, policymakers, and members of the community understand this form of leadership and its role and relevance in society today. It's nice to meet you, and I hope to see you at South by Southwest.